so we can teach them how to get leads, attract leads to them, and start conversations. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yes, tag your business bestie. Double tap the screen on TT. What's going on, TT? What's going on? What's going on? Hold on. Let me see who's in the building. Harry in the building. My dad name was Harry. My dad passed October the 11th of 2024. So 1 year, my dad name was Harry. I never meet a lot of Harry. So when I see that name, I'm like, oh, I never meet a lot of Harrys or any at that point, other than on social media. I never met another one face to face. Even though it's a pretty much a common name, I guess back then no one names their child Harry now. Um, so yeah, thank you so much. We got, yes, hallelujah. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being a part of this movement, because this is a movement. So let me just tell you, if you're joining me for the first time, I got a newbie in the building. I'm Jerusha. I'm a business coach and speaker. I teach people how to build their businesses using social media through my sales and marketing strategies that attract unlimited leads. And so I've been a business coach and speaker for years and years, for many years offline. I had an office. I trained out of my office. We traveled. We did all the things. I was a part of a direct sales company initially, was my very, very first business. And so starting off in my young 20s, okay, that actually opened up my eyes to so many more opportunities. I was able to train and develop so many other entrepreneurs. And I did it so well. I was a part of the top 1% of that company. So I started putting my own coaching program and courses together because people were ranking up and people were leveling up and people were making money. So I had a huge organization. And so then I started saying, you know what? This is not, something that is for the weak. It's not. Entrepreneurship is for people who want to learn a skill. So I put it all together in my 3-day ride business course. I put everything that I could put inside the course because I wanted more people to achieve this level of success or exceed this level of success. And you can certainly do it. One of the main things that I learned how to do is network. One of the main things that I learned how to do was talk to people and network. That's the biggest thing that I did. I wasn't good at sales initially because I never sold anything. I learned how to be better at it. I do believe we're all in sales. We just need to perfect our skill set. That's the first thing. And so once I learned, the basics of sales, which goes back to recognizing what type of personality people have. Once I know your personality, then we can have a conversation. Then we can close deals because then I know how to talk to you. So if you have not taken the personality test, you can do so. It's free. All you got to do is Google. Oh, I can't say that. All you got to do is look it up somewhere. Yeah. All you got to do is look it up somewhere. And then that way you can take the personality quiz. And some people do colors. Some people do it by the animals. I did the DISC. Write that down. DISC. Those are the different personality types. It's only 4. You fall in one of those. You might be 2, but there's one that's dominant. And so whether you are a DI, whether you are a CI, but most people have 2, one that is really dominant in their personality. And in sales, that's what we do. We read people's personalities by asking great questions. I am a great question asker. Double tap the screen if you're listening to the sound of my voice on TT. The only thing that I ask is you tap the screen. That's it. So our first goal is 5,000 hearts. If you could double tap that screen, you're my people. You're a diva like me. You're my people. Hashtag to the pretty people. Yes. And she said, yes, you can get your pretty people gear too. Yes, go to the L word and you'll be able to get that as well. So let's talk about it. So that's how I'm qualified to teach on this. I have developed several leaders over the years, trained thousands, been recognized for so much accomplishments. And so now I teach you how to do it. Have been on social media since most of you, like the last 4 years, 5 years, when everybody got on, that's when I got on. And so now I'm super excited. I made a transition. I was open to the possibilities. I was open to change, and you need to be open to change. So I'm going to help you do that today. Thank you so much. I appreciate the love. She said, I love you, Jerusha. I love you too. I love you too. We're going to talk all things lead generation. First, I'm going to work out. So if you don't want me to work out, then double tap that screen share with your business besties. So if I have X amount of people in here, maybe I won't work out, just get straight into the training. But I definitely got to do my 10-minute workout first. So you can cheer me on by tapping, giving stars. We're going to do our exercises. I do at least 10 to 15,000 steps a day. The average person is supposed to do 7,000 steps. If you want to, you need to, you're supposed to 7,000. I do 10 to 15,000. 1 liter of water, and I take a pack of goodness that gives me energy, stamina, mental focus, a little bit more clarity, a little bit more agility. So if you know, we got to be healthy and wealthy. Let's go, pretty people. So I'm going to follow along. Maybe I said this. I'm going to follow along with Bully Juice and do my 10 minutes cardio. We got to get rid of the FUPA. So thank you for your daily heart meat. Double tap the screen and give you your daily heart meat. And my donuts. Yes, I don't need donuts. That's why I'm working out. But I love donuts. So my weakness is sweets. I don't know about you guys, but my weakness is sweets. Somebody say, what's your weakness in the chat? My weakness is sweets, baby. Now, another thing that you want to know in terms of, I guess the person left. So should I send that person to the party? Because I think that person left after I said this is a learning channel. I don't think they came back. I think they understood the assignment. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, what happened to my thing? I think they understood the assignment. So this is the cool part about utilizing social media. You get to multitask. That's me. I'm a professional time thief. I strongly suggest you become a professional time thief. I can teach you how to become a professional time thief. When I started my first business, I was still in corporate America. My son was 2 at the time. And so I had to maximize my time in building my first business. And so one thing that I did was I would time block. And so I had to get in person. That's why I know leads so well, generating leads so well, face-to-face networking. I had to get 15, 20 leads a day. Every single day, I had to go out, get dressed, put on a suit, pantyhose, heels, go out and network, and had my full-time job. And my son was 2 at the time. And so when I tell you that right there, that's a challenge. That right there is not for the weak. It's not for the faint at heart, baby. And so in me doing that, I think that's how I got to be so good at sales and marketing and communicating with the right people and being able to convert people, because I started off offline. What I see online, people think they're just can post content, cute content, use AI to help them out, put up posts that has been generated by ChatGPT or whatever, and not do the work. This is still a human experience. We still have to humanize social media. And so you still have to network. You still have to talk to people. You still have to learn how to close deals. You still have to understand that everything is ran by people. So you got to see the people, celebrate with the people, and find out the needs of the people. Why I can't find what I'm looking for? Hold on. Okay. And find out the needs of the people. So one thing I can do, I can help you increase your leads. I can do that offline and online. I got you covered today. So we'll talk about both, and we'll talk about how you attract them online. But how, to me, if you learn the skill to do it offline, then if you're like me, you definitely can do it online. It's actually easier online. If you never perfected it offline and you missed that skill, that's okay. I'm going to teach you attraction marketing where you can do it online. So the first thing we're going to do is our 10-minute workout, and then I'm going to give you all the strategies you need. All right. Here we go. It's a hard 10-minute workout, but we're going to do it. Let's go, pretty people. Do it with me. Cheer me on with your hearts. Cheer me on. Say you can do it, Jerusha. Let's go. Heart me up. Cheer me on. If you're at lunch, double tap the screen. Let's go, pretty people. Let's go. Double tap the screen. Woo! Woo! Eyes on fire. Woo! Running in place next. Eyes on fire. Woo! He's moving so fast. Woo! Next. Woo! Kicks. Double tap that screen. Let's kick it out. Woo! Kick. Let's go, pretty people. Other side. Ah! Lunge back. Skis. Oh, Lord. Woo! Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love. Let's go, TT. Skate. Ah. Skate. Woo. Ah. Oh my gosh. Last one. You can do it, Jerusha. Minutes. Woo. 10 different exercises. Oh my gosh. 10 minutes. That's crazy, right? I'm exhausted. Oh. 10 minutes. Who's doing it with me tomorrow? Woo. 10 minutes, people. Who's doing it with me tomorrow? Good morning. How are you doing? Happy Thursday. I'm doing good. I did my 10-minute workout. Now we're going to get to this training. I'm doing good. You got this. Marlene said, I got this. Thank you so Marlene, do you have a business? If you have a business, put the word business in the chat. This is a business training, but I got to be healthy and wealthy to teach you these business trainings. So yes. So how I multitask, and I'm a professional time thief, is I work out during my lives. That's how I know I get it done. So when you are a winner, W-I-N, write that down, and you're going to win, you're going to do whatever is necessary. W-I-N, whatever is necessary. Working on it. Yes, Marlene, I got you. Make sure you follow me. Make sure you subscribe. I got you. So I teach actionable business skills and tools and hacks and strategies. I just finished putting in a claim. Hold on. Put in a claim form for my travel commission checks with my business partners. Yes! Congratulations, Miss Shorty. Miss Shorty, congratulations. Yeah, we're making moves. That's what we do here. We're going to elevate. We're going to scale 6, 7, 8-figure businesses because we're going to learn a skill set. That's all you need to do is learn the skill set. So we're going to talk about generating leads. And so I'm a professional time thief. I make sure I do multiple things at one time that generate income. Me working out helps me. You getting these business tips helps you. So it's a win-win situation. We can all go to the top. It's the bottom that's overcrowded. So trust me, I know what it takes to build a business online and offline. You came to the right page. You came to the right page. Hello, beautiful. Michelle is in the building. How you doing, gorgeous? I told you I take a pack of goodness that gives me this energy and stamina and mental focus. Okay, a little bit more agility. Knees like Megan. Not really. Probably knees like Jerusha, but good morning, Bola in the building. Good morning, Bola. Yes, if you're on your lunch break, put lunch break. If you're on your lunch break, put lunch break. I used to work in corporate America. My background is radio and television. My degrees are in communications and public relations. I worked in corporate America, and when I tell you lunch was a big deal, we would leave the office, 5 of us leave the office, and we would go eat at different restaurants during our lunch break, which allowed me to learn the city really, really fast. We would go shopping during our lunch break. We had an hour lunch break. We would be all over the city. And so I remember those lunch breaks. I also remember saying, I don't want to do this forever. I also remember saying, is this it? I go to work, spend an hour in the car because of traffic. So I'm sitting in an office for 9 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours. If there's breaking news, I get back in the car for an hour to get back home, cook dinner, and tend to my infant son at that time, or toddler son at that time. I said, I don't know if I'm going to do this forever. It's almost like being in a hamster wheel. You're doing the same thing over and over and over and over and getting nowhere. It's like being in a rocking chair. You are moving, but you're going nowhere in life. And that's what I felt like when I was in corporate America. I was moving. I was getting dressed. I was going to do a task, okay, to help somebody else become rich. I enjoyed working in the industry. So when you work your corporate job, love what you do. I enjoyed working in the television and radio industry. However, I didn't love the time that I spent there. I wanted time freedom. So the first person who spoke to me about a home-based business, I said yes, 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 yes. And so I said yes to my very first home-based business. I didn't know anything about home-based businesses. I didn't know people were earning 6, 7, 8 figures from home. I never heard that before. I went to school to get my degree so I could earn that 6 figures. But I met somebody who said, listen, I have a mentor who's a multimillionaire. She's 32 years old. You need to meet her. I said, what? 32? What? I'm doing something wrong, Jesus. I'm doing something wrong. Had an opportunity to meet her. She became my mentor, and the rest is history. I took that business seriously. I started getting leads. I started networking with people. I started showing up for trainings. I didn't miss a training. For those of you that are missing your trainings for Zooms, you're missing your business trainings, your other trainings in other communities, you're missing those things. I didn't miss a meeting because they said, if you miss a meeting, you're sick, right? If you miss 1 meeting, you're sick. If you miss 2 meetings, you're in the hospital. If you miss 3 meetings, you must be dead. So I took that literally, like, oh, I can't miss it, because the one day that I missed was the information that I needed to hear to scale my business. So when you're serious, you're locked in. You have tunnel vision. Nothing can stop you. I couldn't see what people were doing on the right. I couldn't see what people were doing on the left. I only could see what Jerusha was doing so I could lay off my corporate job. I did so in record time. I was able to lay off my corporate job in television years ago and haven't looked back since. So it's so important for you to understand you're going to have distractions. Everything's going to try to distract you from reaching the goal. And so, yes, I had challenges. Yes, my son had some difficulties. All the things that you could possibly think of was happening during that time. But I knew if I kept my eyes on the prize, write this down. When you know the end from the beginning, you'll stay empowered in the process. People falter in the process. People fold in the process. People give up in the process because the process hurts. Anything you're about to birth hurts. And so that's where the enemy gets you. He starts with your mind. That's why so many people teach mindset. So many people tell you to go read this book, go read that book, listen to this speaker, because they know that when you listen to things, television included, radio included, it's programming the mind. And see, the enemy is waiting on the side of your bedside every single morning. Every single morning, his job is to mess with your mind. And so he starts early. Doesn't matter if you get up 5 a.m. It doesn't matter if you get up at 6 a.m. He's on the side of the bed waiting to destroy your day, waiting to get you off track. But see, if you know, like I know, when you roll over out of bed, you roll over on your knees. Hallelujah. And so you go ahead and give thanks, because what happens is you roll over, you stump your foot on the bed. You stump your foot on the the dresser. Okay, the enemy already knows if I get that pinky toe, if I just that pinky toe, I'm gonna bring her to her knees, and her whole day is going to be what? Turned upside down. All I need to do is get her off balance. That's all I need to do. I need her to start second guessing herself. I need her to be doubtful. I need her not to have so much faith. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to distract her every way that I can, starting early in the morning. That's why they say your mind is the freshest in the morning. That's why they say that. They say in the morning, listen to your affirmations, listen to your worship, listen to your praise, scripture, whatever, starting in the morning. And so when you hit that pinky toe, baby, you going to your knees. Now imagine this. It's not the biggest toe, it's the smallest toe. But the smallest toe have so much impact in the way that you walk, in the way that you move. That pinky toe. So that's how you are. You think you're so small, you're like that pinky toe. You're like, I'm just a pinky toe. No one knows me. I'm not the bigger influencer. I don't have 1 million followers. I'm not the person on screen. I'm just the pinky toe. Baby, you're the most important part. You're the most important part, because if you hit that pinky toe, the rest of them gonna fall, right? So you are part of it. You have to understand everything that you do can impact other people. Everything that you don't do can also impact other people. So it's so important for you to know your place. Play your role. What's your role in life? Play your role. What's your role in your family? What's your role in your business? Play your role, because you're that pinky toe. You're the most important part. Let's not get it wrong. Let's not get it twisted. Thank you so much. I appreciate the love. Double tap the screen. Make sure you share this with your business bestie. It's going down for real. It's going down. So you're going to increase leads and your conversions. So if you increase engagement, you're going to increase your conversions. How do I increase my engagement, Jerusha? You start networking, talking to people offline and online. Let me tell you, I did it offline. It's much more, it's definitely difficult. It's challenging. This online space, it is challenging, but different, okay? So you're behind the screen, you're texting, you're messaging. That's what you're doing. You're just doing it 10, 20 new people every day, every single day. You're increasing the possibilities of you getting sales by talking to a lot of people, okay? Every day you're doing it online. So imagine I was face to face and I was meeting 15, 20 people face to face, exchanging information. People still do business like that today. It works. Sales is not going to change, okay? Sales doesn't change at all. So I was meeting people face to face. I was getting their name and numbers face to face. Then I would go and have to call them on a physical phone. Now, I know the new people, if you were born after the 2000s, you don't realize that that smartphone actually dials people up and it rings on the other end. I know you don't know that. I know you only think it text. Thanks so much for the taps. Our first goal is 5,000 hearts. So tap me up. So if you already know, you're like, Jerusha, I need your training. I need your coaching. I need to be in the 3-day ride. Go ahead and message me the word ride. DM me the word ride. We want to use the Service Plus button on TikTok. DM me ride so you can see what's available for you. Because if you love this free training, you're getting inspired from free training. You're going to love the 3-day ride where I teach you how to have unlimited leads. I teach you inside the ride how to start conversations that convert. I give you an entire workbook of scripts that you can follow for the entire year, a plug and play system. I actually teach you, yes, marketing and sales skills inside the 3-day ride. I have had such a great ratio of people excel from being inside the 3-day ride. So message me, DM me the word ride so you can see if it's a fit. If it's a fit, perfect. If it's not a fit, perfect. Everything's perfect, baby. It's going down for real. And so what people don't understand, you build the people and the people build the business. So I'm always looking at the people. And so how you're going to attract people on social media is different from how you meet people face to face. Let's discuss both. Now, I'm so glad I have that skill set, years of experience being offline, because what's happening on social media, what I believe, you see people posting and making a 6-figure income, but you don't see what they're doing behind the scenes. You don't see that they have tools working on their behalf. You don't see any of those things. Only thing that you see is a post, and you think that's generating a 6, 7, 8-figure business. It's not a post by itself. They're doing some work. Okay, they're networking. That's what they're doing. They're networking. Do we have people go to our L word? Yes. Do I have people message me even during this live? Okay, you're putting, yes, ride. Yes. Okay, that's a part of me leveraging social media. Will every person that's watching do it? No. So that means I got to do some work. And most people are afraid of the work. You are afraid of the work. So stop chasing customers. Start attracting them. Write that down. So that's what attraction marketing does. It brings the right people to you. So if you're putting out content, are you putting out content that's bringing the right people to you? Now, you want to make sure a couple of things that I know for sure. If you are offline, obviously you got to look like you have a business. I know I don't have to tell you that, but I'm telling you. If you're offline, you're in insurance, you're in finance, or whatever type business you have, real estate, it requires you to meet people at coffee shops. It requires you to meet people at your office. It requires you to meet people outside of social media, right? Okay. Stop chasing customers. Thank you so much for putting that in the chat. For me, I appreciate you. It requires you to do that. And so what you want to do is you want to make sure you're dressed for success. We used to have this thing that we talked about. When you look at somebody, unfortunately, we judge. Okay. So if I come out the house and I have on flip-flops, nothing is wrong with them. I love them. I'm the queen of flip-flops. I have on flip-flops and sweatpants and a midriff shirt and a ball cap. And I tell you, I am a 6-figure earner. I own my own business, right? And I look any kind of way. And you look professional in corporate America. You might have a question. You run a business and you're down here at a meeting looking like this? You're probably going to think that. That's how people think, right? So you're going to be thinking, you came to a business meeting like this? So that's why it's important, if you are going to be meeting people out and about, that you do look like you run a business, right? You don't have to have on a 2-piece suit, but it does look like you're impressive. You need to look like, I need to know you. Who are you? You want to impress people because you only have seconds. You have 3 seconds on social media to impress. You have 1 second in person to impress. People are at 1 second. That's all you got. And so if you are looking homeless, unfortunately, then they might not take you as seriously when you are face to face. Now, I think you should learn to do both because I'm a master face to face, right? I think you should learn to do both because that's just really going to help you. And it's interesting to me that people don't teach that skill set of how to meet people offline. And just as much business is online, There's a lot of business offline as well. So I want to help you with that. What now? Okay, so yes, she said that's not okay. I'm not trying to judge you because I don't know you, but you are trying to look for quality leads. So don't get offended or anything. You are trying to look for quality people who can afford your product, quality people who can afford your offer, and everyone you make a judgment on whether that person can do that based on how they appear. And so, yes, like your Mark Zuckerberg, he does not look like a billionaire. I totally agree with you. He doesn't look like one, but there's a lot of things about him that tells you he's one. So all of those things, whether it's mannerism, whether it is, you can just tell certain things about certain people. So I wasn't coming down on people who don't have suits. I'm just saying it's important to represent your business. It's your business and you are the representation. You are the brand. So whether you're online representing your business or you're face-to-face representing your business, you're the brand. You're it. So it doesn't, you don't have to have designer clothes. You don't have to have Louis Vuitton bags. You don't have to have any of those things to be successful. Because I understand people like Bill Gates, they look regular, you know. People like Warren Buffett, he's still in his first home. I get it. But you also can tell the watch he has on is not. Okay. So yes, there is a certain decorum. Do you agree? Yes or yes or yes? Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. You got to expand your mindset. Okay. Don't just think people aren't judging you because they are. You're trying to gain business. You're trying to gain notoriety. You're trying to gain that visibility. You're trying to grow. Yes. So you want that first impression to be great. You following me now? Okay, good. So let's talk about how you meet people face to face. I did this so long. My boys, they know my scripts. Inside the 3-day ride, I give you scripts, right? Online and offline. So when I was offline, when I was networking out and about, it didn't matter where I was. If you were in 3 feet of me, I was talking to you. So I would say, excuse me, miss, let me ask you a quick question. What is it that you do professionally? Wherever I was, if you're sitting next to me in first class on the airplane, excuse me, what do you do professionally? I have to ask. It doesn't matter where we're meeting at the grocery store. Excuse me, miss, let me ask you, what's your profession? Excuse me, miss, what industry are you in? Double tap the screen. I go right here. It's 5,000 hearts. We're at 3.9 thousand. We can do it. Okay, your girl dropping gems. For those of you that want to grow your business faster, I would say you should learn to do both, offline and online. Okay, so offline, people like to tell you, especially women, because women are usually not recognized. So they like to tell you, yes, I'm a teacher. I am a principal. I'm a lawyer. I am, they like to pharmacist. I'm in consulting. They like to tell you what they do for a living. Okay. They want to know why you want to know, how you want to know. And so it's easy to me to talk to people face to face. Excuse me, I noticed you. What do you do professionally? Oh, I'm a teacher. Why do you ask? See, I'm starting a conversation. Online, you're going to also start conversations. So if I see Ms. Bola online, she's loving on my live, she's tapping. I get to go to her page. I get to love on her page. So instead of me talking in words and saying, I noticed you, what do you do face to face? I say, thank you so much, Bola, for loving on my content. Are you leveraging and monetizing social media as much as you would like? Question mark. I'm still asking questions face to face or online because this question is going to lead to my offer. So online, she says, no, not like I want to. I can solve that problem. If I'm talking to you face to face and I say, what do you do professionally? And you say you are a teacher, I get to say, do you keep your options open outside of being a teacher? I teach people how to build their businesses using social media. Are you open to other streams of income? Yes. That's all true. Bola said that's all true, baby. Yes. I'm going to exchange. Same thing online. You're going to exchange. So now Bola says, no, she's not monetizing or leveraging as much as she would like. I'm going to get her email and her name. When I was face to face, I would get your number and your name, okay? Because I'm gonna need to talk to you. Remember, we had this thing where we had to call like a dialing and we would talk on the phone, that system. So I'm gonna get your number. If you're in my area, I probably talked to you before because I was a beast talking to everybody face to face because I had tunnel vision. I knew the focus was if you talk to enough people, you help enough people, you serve enough people, I'm going to have what I want, which was to leave my corporate job at the time. I'm keeping my options open. Okay, you want to leverage? Good, good. You got to keep your options open. Now, face to face, guess how I capture the information? Let me text you my digital business card. Now, I text her my digital business card. Now I have her name and I have her phone number. Online, same thing. I'm going to send you a form. The form asks for your name, your email, and your number. Now I've captured your information online. You see how this is parallel, okay? Offline, online, offline, online. The system works. This is how you get more leads. Learn both. Are you following me? So if you want real leads, people interested in your product, your service, your opportunity, you got to make sure you show up like you need to be connected to me. I know a thing or two. I'm not new to this. I'm used to sharing. I'm used to being the top percentage in my organization. I'm used to excelling. You want people to feel like you can take them somewhere. You want people to know you need to be at my table. And so you got to have a certain level of courage to talk to people. That's what most people are lacking is the confidence and the courage. They don't have it offline and then they don't have it online. You got to develop that courage that, listen, it's a privilege to talk to you. You have something golden within inside of you that they don't even know about because you haven't shared all the information. So if you're hungry to help people, you will be telling everybody. Online, you will be messaging, talking, loving on people. You will be popping the question, pop your stuff. If you're offline and you're meeting people, right, face to face, you will be talking to every single person within 3 feet of you. So I say learn both skills. Oh, thank you so much. We hit 5,000. Woo! Thank you so much. Let's share the broadcast. That's a win-win, baby. Hold on. We got to do our cheers. How you do the cheers? Okay. We got to do our cheers. Hold on. Is it sound effects? Yeah, it's sound effects. Okay, got it. Okay, yes, we got to do our sound effect. Woo! Let's cheer. Thank you so much, Bola. You did your big one. Let's share the broadcast. I'm going to share the broadcast too. Let's share the broadcast to 10 of your business bestie. I don't want to be the best kept secret. I see so many people stepping outside their comfort zones after, being a part of my trainings, after listening to me go live and work out, doing the live, walk and train at the same time. I see so many people saying, I'm going to do it. See, that's the point. You inspire other people by your actions, not by your inactions. Hallelujah. So you want to inspire people to move forward. And so that's why I do that 10-minute workout, or I'm walking at the park or wherever. I'm inspiring somebody to start walking, to get off your butt, baby. Get up, get up. And so we want to make sure that we're sharing not just our cute pictures, our lifestyle, but we want to share a skill set. We want to share the books that we're reading. We want to share with other people how they can get into real estate. We want to share with other people how they can start small businesses, how you became a 7-figure earner. Thank you so much. I just shared the broadcast as well. That's what we want to do. We don't want to hoard information. I don't want anybody to know how to do it because, I want to stay successful by myself. I don't want anybody to know that there's a better way. What are we doing? What are we doing? We're here to help. We're here to serve, correct? Yes or yes? I need to start my workout all over again. That's okay. The cute thing about life is you can start over. If you got to post, do this. Everybody, if you're listening to the sound of my voice, touch right here. Do this for me. What do you feel? You feel a pulse? Yeah. You feel a pulse? Then you have a purpose. God said, I'm not done with you yet. So you got that pulse going. You got a purpose. And so that's the good news. You can start over. Tomorrow is today. Yes, tomorrow is today. Write that down. A pretty person going to catch it. Tomorrow is today. You're going to start right now. Don't let people discourage you because you dropped off for 2 seconds. Don't let people tell you what you can't do because they've never done it. Don't you let people stop you. Don't you do it. Can you imagine getting to the end of the road and say, I could have been a millionaire, but somebody told me no. I could have been a millionaire, but I didn't see results in 2 months and I stopped. I could have been changing my community, my church, the country, but I didn't because I didn't feel like it. Can you imagine that? Yes, tomorrow is today. Imagine your minutes multiply your money. So you need to master time. I am a professional time thief. That's why I'm telling you how to get leads faster, how to attract leads faster, online and offline. This is how you're going to do it. You got to have a daily routine. I'm a master at this. If you are not inside the 3-day ride, you already have the Power Hour strategy. If you're not in the 3-day ride, you probably want to take it more seriously. I'm telling you what I know for sure. You probably want to take it more seriously. What happens is, write this down. You say, I'm going to follow up with this person. You're getting the leads. You notice how I made the comparison, right? Online, offline, you're still dealing with people. You're still outside of your comfort zone. You still have to do the work. Thank you so much for my hearts. Thank you for my heart puff. Thank you for my heart puff. Woo, woo, woo. Make sure you get the daily heart me. If you're listening to the sound of my voice, we got 3 donuts. We got 2 out of the 3 donuts. Let's go, pretty people. Our next goal is 5,000 hearts. Heart me up. Heart me up. Thank you so much. I appreciate the love. Yes, thank you so much. Yes. Your problem is I'm afraid to talk to people. Oh, I love that you said that. You're afraid to talk to people, whether you're online and offline. You're afraid to talk to people, but you say you want to help people. How are you going to help me when you won't tell me that you have a product? How are you going to help me when you don't tell me that you have a service? How are you going to help me when you don't tell me you have an opportunity? So you probably need to ask yourself, how bad do you want to help people? Are you saying to me, I'm so afraid, I have this great opportunity, I have this great service, but I can't tell anybody because I'm afraid they might say I'm not interested. I'm afraid that they might say, no, thank you. I'm afraid that I might look crazy. I'm afraid that I might look dumb. So I'm going to hold it inside of me, even though I have this great thing that could potentially help this person. Because now you made it about you. You became selfish. You made it about your feelings. You made it about, oh, how are you going to feel? That's what you did. So what you have to do is shift your mindset. Remember earlier, I said it starts in the mind. Remember earlier, I told you the enemy is going to start telling you all these negative things about yourself. You're not good enough. You're not smart enough. You can't get on that live like that. You don't even know how to articulate your words and your thoughts. The enemy is going to tell you, what were you thinking? You can't be super successful. The enemy is telling you this all day long. That's why you got to start making sure that you stop listening to yourself and start talking to yourself. And so stop listening to the negative chatter that's happening every second. You want to start talking to yourself. I talk to myself all the time. Jerusha, you're the best. You're the best speaker. Oh my gosh, you're the best leader. You're the best motivational speaker. You're the best teacher. You're the best. You're the best mom. You're the best. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm the #1 speaker in the world. I'm on stages with all of these people. Oh my gosh, I have an opportunity to meet Oprah. I talk to myself. I rev myself up. Okay. I cheer myself on. I say all kinds of stuff to myself. No one's coming to cheer for you, boo-boo. Let me tell you, if no one's told you, no one's coming to cheer for you at that level. You're going to have to cheer for yourself. Do I have a mentor? Yes. Do I have someone that, a spiritual mentor, business mentor? Yes. Yes. But they are not with me every second of the day. I'm with me every second of the day. So I have the most influence over my actions. So I have to say, and if you don't have affirmations, you don't have, a word or two, spiritual word or something, scripture, whatever you have, you need that in your life every day, every single day. Hold on. Every single day, you need that in your life. And so how you're going to start talking to people offline, when you see somebody sharp, male or female, doesn't matter. You see someone you want to talk to, somebody you need to be connected with. What's wrong with you saying, excuse me, I noticed you. Let me ask you, what do you do professionally? The person's going to tell you because nobody's doing it. Baby, nobody is doing it because they're not bold enough. They're not confident enough. They don't believe enough that they can do it. So you got the advantage. That's how I became number one in the company, because I had the advantage. I would talk to you. I had the advantage the whole time because I already know you're still in your feelings. I know you're still thinking about it. Should I talk to this person? Should I talk to this person? Should I talk? I've already talked to the person because I'm going to get out of my head and understand. I said I wanted to build a business. Understand I said I wanted to help, leave a legacy for my family. I understood that it started with me getting out of my own way. You're in your own way. You're stopping you. Nobody else is stopping you. How you was raised is not stopping you. It's not stopping you. Your education level isn't stopping you. Social media is free. I come on here, I jump rope and hula hoop and scream and holler on social media for free. Nothing is stopping you but you. And can you imagine making money doing this? Whoever thought it? Whoever thunk it? Isn't that what they say? Whoever thought it, that this is where we would be in making income that's helping our families and leaving generational wealth by learning a skill set. I had to learn the same skill that you had to learn. So you do want quality leads, okay? Offline and online, you want quality leads. So here's what you're going to do. Write this down. If you tell me you don't have anybody to talk to, I'm going to say everybody that's following you, I'm going to say, can I go talk to them about my business and my service and my opportunity? Every single person that's your friend, if you tell me I don't have anybody to talk to, I'm going to say, okay, would it be okay if I go through your friend list? Would it be okay if I go through your follower list and then I go ahead and talk to the people and hand pick who I want to work with? Would that be okay with you? Would you give me permission? You wouldn't. You wouldn't give me permission to come to your page and start weeding out the folk and keeping the people and offering my services. Would you? Why? Why? Because you know there's opportunity on the table. You just didn't take it. But yet you don't want anybody else to take it. But yet you didn't do the work. So you either level up and you start talking to the people or somebody else will. So let's stop scrolling and start selling. So don't say that again. No one is going to just, every single person isn't just going to go to your L word. You're going to have to build relationships. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So not only are you going to be talking to the people that are following you and that are friending you, now you need to know what to say. See, what social media did was kind of make people lazy. When you're offline, baby, it's a real hustle. It's a real hustle. You got to do all the things. When I'm behind the screen, I could just text 10, 20 people a day, right? I could be in my pajamas texting people. I could be in my bed texting people. So it kind of made people a little lazy. Got a little hot cup of coffee. I don't drink coffee, whatever your beverage of choice is. And you're at home texting. Home, I work from home. Like you're a little lazy. But when you got to go out of the home, it requires you to put on the armor, right? Yes, the armor of God, and put on your clothing because I'm going out in the public. So here's what you're going to do online. Number one, you got to identify your lead before you post. Don't post for everyone. Post for your person. I'm talking to my person. Right now, my person is listening. I'm talking to my person. Now, it might be several of you listening, right? But that person is hitting home. It's hitting home. So you got to figure out, how do I want to attract? What problem I can solve? I help people leverage and monetize social media through sales and marketing strategies. My 3-day ride teaches you how to attract unlimited leads. That's how I help. You have to find out what people want. The person that wants to be able to put out content that converts, those are my people. The person who wants unlimited leads, those are my people. The people that are saying, I sell jewelry, they're on here for themselves. I sell candles. Again, that's for you, not for the people. I'm here to help other people scale to a 6, 7, or 8-figure business using sales and marketing strategies. Tell me what you're here for. Tell me what you're here for. Write this down. Do you know who your ideal bowler? Do you know who your ideal client is? So you would say something along the lines of, my ideal lead is a woman who wants blank and struggles with blank. Write that down. That's who you're creating the content for. Once you have your I help statement, I do this statement, you know your exact person that you're looking for. You want to say, my ideal lead is a person who wants blank and struggles with blank. My ideal people are people who are posting and praying, but they actually want to profit. They're struggling with profiting online. Those are my people. If you're struggling, put the word struggle in the chat. I'm struggling online, Jerusha. I don't even know how this online space works. I'm struggling. You're my people. Write this down. People don't buy products, they buy solutions. People don't buy products, they buy solutions. Every video should answer one of these questions. Write that down for me. I love a great note taker. So if you're listening to the sound of my voice, I love a great note taker. Thank you so much. We're at 6.1 thousand hearts. Our goal right now is 10,000. Did we reach our donut goal? I know we got 2 out of 3. I started teaching and I forget to do all these TikTok goals over here. If you know you want to get inside the 3-day ride, you're like, I'm tired of struggling. I'm tired of not knowing how to profit using social media. Text me the word RIDE, RIDE. My ideal people are those having to do ride share and delivers to get by. Okay, I got you. Those are your ideal people. So you should start talking to those people. You should start doing content for those people. You're calling those people out by name. I'm looking for people that are doing ride share and deliveries, and they are just doing it to get by. Those are my people. Let me show you how you can build a business online. Let me teach you what I've learned from being online, because that's why I have to do it now. That's correct. So you are living in the moment. And because you live it, it's easy to teach what you live. That's why I don't understand. All of you have so many gifts and talents and experiences. Just teach what you know. Call that person out. And so like Miss Bola, she's saying, I'm talking to people who are doing the ride shares. I'm talking to the people who are doing deliveries to get by because she's lived that life. And I can help you create a digital product and sell digital products online. I can help you get in a community that can show you how to make more money using social media. I can show you what I've done to build my business online. She's living it. Nobody else is better than teaching that class or that training or that experience than her. So that's who you're calling out when you do your content. So every video should answer one of these questions. Write this down. How can I help her save time? If you learn the skill, you get inside the 3-day ride, I guarantee we're going to speed up your learning curve. I guarantee you're going to speed up your learning curve. I'm going to help you save time. You can get all this free information and keep getting free information, and you're still in the same spots because you still need somebody to mentor you and explain things in depth. You need somebody to go deeper because you're going to have questions. Your next question should be, how can I help her make money? How can I help her make money other than doing ride shares? How can I help her feel better about herself? How can I do that? That's what you need to be asking yourself. The content shouldn't be just about you and your cute pictures. It definitely should be about the public. See the public, see the public, see the public. If you have a jewelry business, you want to tell me, educate me about the jewelry business. 3 ways to style jewelry for confidence at work. That's great. That's great. That's what you want to do. Not just try to show me jewelry every day. For me, I can teach you how to follow up with customers without sounding salesy. I teach you how to follow up in my follow-up ebook, which is also inside the 3-day ride, how to follow up with customers without sounding salesy. Most of you sound like you're in sales. You sound like, I don't know how to sell, and I'm just going to say, hey, do you want to buy my jewelry? Because you don't know how to sell. You don't know how to ask questions. I teach you how to ask better questions. Yes, you can use any automation. She said, my follow-up is automation. Yes, inside the follow-up ebook, you take the scripts and put it into your automation system if you have one. If you don't have one, you do it yourself manually. You know, you can still text and message people. You can still use your fingers. So she said, I can't afford an automation. You don't have to have an automation to see results. You don't have to have it. Is it helpful? Yes. Is automation going to change everything for your business? Yes. But if you don't have a system, you got to do the work. You got to manually go in 10, 15, 20 people and talk to them and ask questions and pop the sale and pop the question. You have to do the work until you're able to get one. And I said this the other day, but I'm going to repeat it because I got some new people over here. I got some newbies over here. All right. So TikTok is a gold mine. All of them. The fact that I'm streaming in multiple places is telling you something, right? So you got X amount of people over here, X amount of people over here, making me more visible, right? Okay, that's a strategy. Anybody can do it. See, that's not something I came up with. I just said, I'm a professional time thief. This is what I'm gonna have to do. So let's use TikTok. TikTok is a gold mine for organic leads. Everybody is an organic lead. I'm live and people are following me because I'm sharing actionable business skills. It's a gold mine. So what I'm going to do is when all of you are commenting, I'm going to use my comments. I'm going to leverage the comments. Not only am I leveraging because you're here, I'm going to leverage the comments. Based on what you're saying in the comments, I can go to your page and start a conversation. Conversations convert into cash. That's why it's important to learn the skill. When someone comments, like you said, that's good. I get to come back to you and I'm going to ask you a question. I'm glad that I helped you today. Are you currently selling online or just getting started? Question mark. I'm going to come back and ask you a question. You're going to say, no, not really. I don't understand being online. No, not really. I'm not that type of person. You're going to say, no, not really. I'm just an introvert. That's what you're going to say. All the things people say. No, I'm just on here for fun. All the things that people say. I'm going to ask you another question. Okay? Even if we were face to face, and I will be asking questions because that's what good salespeople do. We're interested. I'm curious. So I need to ask better questions. Does this make sense? Yes or yes? We're at 6.6 thousand. Our goal is 10,000. So if you're listening to the sound of my voice, I definitely need you to tap the screen. Miss Shorty, couple of locks in the building. Miss Chantella, hey, gorgeous. Good to see you. Good morning. Good morning. Well, it's lunchtime. Because I'm a salesperson and because I really want to work with you, I'm going to ask another question. Are you following me? And so I get to say to you, when you say, no, you're not selling online, and you're not selling online yet. Thank you so happy Thursday. Good to see you. You're not selling online. I get to ask you, well, do you want to learn how you can leverage and monetize online? Because you're already scrolling. You're already scrolling. It wasn't an extra step. So when people tell me they don't have time, I'm like, but I met you on social media scrolling. You did have time. I don't even like it when people say they don't have time. I kind of be like, you were scrolling for 15 minutes. The average person, Google it. I like to Google, baby. Oh, I can't tell you to Google. Okay. That's probably when I got a violation. Hopefully they don't get it. Go where you're supposed to go and look at the average time that people spend on social media. It's 2 to 4 hours per day that most people are spending scrolling on social media. 2 hours. Because you don't think it's 2 hours because it's 15 minutes over here, 20 minutes over here, 10 minutes over here, 30 minutes over here, 25 minutes over here, 2 hours. Because it's not all at one time, you think it's not 2 hours. But go look at your history on your phone. It'll tell you how much time you spent on social media. The average person is spending at least 2 hours on social media or more. So if the average person is on here, but you're not marketing your business, what's the problem? You're the problem. You're the solution. If the average person spends 2 hours, it's 4.8 billion people, but you're not on here. You're not utilizing the tool. The problem is you. It's not social media. It's not the algorithm. It's you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Business coach is a fancy name for a gifter. I don't know what that means. What does that even mean? So you guys that are smart with TikTok, please let me know. Is that person trolling? I don't even know what that means. This is a business live. So if you want to learn how to leverage and monetize social media through sales and marketing strategies, I got you. But if you are not here for that purpose, then I don't know. You can listen and learn. Okay, you want to learn today, you can listen and learn. Do you have a business? If you have a business, you're welcome to tell me if you have a business or not. Yeah, what does that even mean though? So is this person trolling you guys? Yeah, and I'm streaming in multiple places. So you got it? Okay, yes. So you have to do the work. So I think they want to go to the party. Should I send Batman to the party? Because he didn't have a picture. And I don't really do well with people who don't have a picture. That tells me you really don't want to use social media for a business. You really don't want to use social media to network. You really don't want to use social media to connect with people. So I'm going to send you to the party. Because, yeah, I can't do distractions. Yeah, okay. So I sent him to the party. So let's cheer him on. Woo! He went to the party. I sent him to the party. I call it the block party. That's where he went. All right, he went to the block party. So here we go. So it comes down to you didn't do the work. You're going to have to put in the sweat equity. Are we doing business differently than the way that we did offline? Offline, yes, we do business differently. We just have learned a skill. It's still a people's business. Everybody's in a people's business. That part has not changed. So once I ask you the question and you say, yes, I want to leverage, I get to say, this is how I show people how to leverage and monetize social media. Whether you have your own business or you're in a network marketing, direct sales type of business, doesn't matter to me if it's a brick and mortar business. You should be marketing online. You should learn the skill. This is how I show you how to do it inside my 3-day ride business course. This is what I offer and it's guaranteed. Then you are in front of my website. You're in front of my tool and you get to decide if this is something you want to move forward on or not. Even if it's a hair product. Thank you so much for the hearts. Even if it's a hair product, even if it's makeup, it doesn't matter what it is. You offer your thing. You show them what it is, how it can benefit them, how it serves them. They decide if it's a fit or not. You following me? Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And you want to start that conversation publicly. So you want to start that conversation in the comments. Comments turn into conversation and conversations convert into cash, baby. Okay. You want to start that conversation in the comments. That's where you start. Then you're going to take that conversation down to the DMs. When you go live like this, these are warm leads. If you're not familiar with the term, these are people who stop 10, 15, 20 minutes out of their day, right? The average person is on here to see what you're talking about, to learn something, to be entertained, to be encouraged. The 4 elements of social media: to entertain the people, educate the people, encourage the people, engage with the people. They stopped for 5, 10 minutes to hear what you're talking about. Did I get inspired? Okay, I'll follow this person. I'll say something in the comments. Did they get educated about something they weren't aware of? Yes. Okay, I'm going to follow this person. That's how you gain followers. You don't have to pay for an ad. I'm an example of you don't have to pay for an ad. Now, if you're promoting, like if I have an event, if I'm in a speaking conference, I can promote that with an ad. Or if I decide to, my 6-month coaching program, if I decide to do an ad next year, yes, it would be worth it to put down $5,000 for an ad for a month, right? But on average, your content, I just don't see why you would promote it, boost it, or have an ad for regular content. I don't understand it at all. Not when doing this is free. Not when I can stream in multiple places for free. I don't understand why I would do that. You following me? Yes or yes? Tag your business bestie. That's fine. She said, my friend keeps asking me to purchase her products. Okay, this is the deal. I hate to say this like this, but I'm going to have to say it because you put that in the comments. I'm going to have to say it. Hold on. I don't believe, I'm going to say this. This is with love. I don't believe you can build a business off family and friends. I don't even believe you need to ask them. I don't believe that because there's so many more people that's actually looking for you. The fact that you're asking your cousin 5 times to buy your jewelry is a problem. I don't care that you supported her children. I don't care that you bought when she told you to help buy the cookies, the popcorn. You know, that little book is coming around with the kids wanting you to buy stuff, you know, decoration paper. I don't care that you do that every time. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You have such an opportunity in front of you to go meet somebody new. I built my entire organization on meeting new people. And I have a supportive family and friends. If I were to ask family and friends, I know that they would support me. My parents support me on anything that I do. So I don't have those kind of people. My sisters support me. Whatever I say I'm doing, they say, okay, yes, that's what she's doing. So I don't have that in my life. But I also didn't even ask. I didn't ask because I'm like, I can ask my family, but I have 4.8 billion people that I could actually meet every day. I could actually just go through on TikTok, 45,000 people. I could just talk to 45,000 people. Each individual person, I could just go to their page and meet them. But see, that requires skill set. That requires work. That requires me to get outside my comfort zone. And most of you don't want to do that. So it's easier to ask your cousin. It's easier to ask your uncle. It's easier to ask your girlfriend from high school that you haven't even spoken to in years, because that's where you're comfortable. The goal to success is to be uncomfortable. That is the goal. But if you want to stay there and keep asking the same people, when you're on social media scrolling every day, you just chose not to ask the people that are in front of you. And then you say it doesn't work. It does work. You didn't work it. You better write that down. So, and I say that with so much love because I'm an example of build the business with strangers. Build the business with strangers. Did that help you? Yes or yes? Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And if your comments are dry, change it. If you're just saying hello, nice, cute, that's dry. You don't want to comment like that. She say, I interact all the time and people don't interact back. You know how many people get business strategies from me and go do them and they don't interact with the page? You know how many people on TT sitting in the hall just listening or whatever? They don't do it all the time. Does that stop me? No. That shouldn't stop you based on what they're doing. It's not because you're not good. You can learn the skill. It's because your content is resonating with somebody, but you did not take the time to go start asking questions. Write this down. True story. People don't remember products, they remember people. Write that down. Say, business coach Jerusha said, people don't remember products. Baby, they don't remember what you talked about. They don't know that every day you're selling something different from TikTok Shop. Every day you're showing me you're in a different company. Now you're selling. People really don't care about the product. People remember people. People remember your energy. People remember what you did for them. People remember people. You following me? You are it. You're the brand. You got to humanize social media and talk to each person. But you need to get inside the 3-day rides because that's going to answer all of your questions. So when somebody relates to you, they engage with you, right? That's your opportunity to go to the comments and start talking to them. That's your opportunity to ask questions. That's your opportunity to go to the DMs. That's your opportunity. Can you imagine if you did that with every single person who liked your content? Can you imagine if you did that with every single person that followed you? Can you imagine if you started the conversation instead of waiting for people to go to your L word or your stand store or your beacon or your whatever? Can you imagine if you did the work? Yes or yes? Is this helpful? Okay, good. Good. All right, perfect. So let's do this. If you are struggling in this area, if you are struggling with leads, I'm a master at getting leads. Okay. If you are struggling with leads, I teach you inside the 3-day rides how to get leads. I show you how to get leads. I take you through each platform, not just TT, the 3 main platforms. I call it FIT, FIT. Those are the 3 main platforms, FB, IG, TT. Okay. FIT, FIT. I call it FIT. And so through that method, I learned that from one of the social media influencers who unfortunately is no longer with us. And she taught this so beautifully. I was like, oh, that's perfect. They're still the top 3 platforms. I teach how to market on all 3. I teach how to attract leads on all 3. I teach how to start those conversations on all 3. So that way, if something happens to one of them, you're not like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. You're just moving around on all 3 of them. Now, obviously, you can have more, nothing stopping you, but you still want to focus on 3 that's working for you. That's the top 3. In terms of getting leads offline, if you're meeting somebody face to face, true. Yes, thank you so much. If you're meeting somebody face to face, you need to have, if you go to networking events like I do, if you are invited to a speaking event, if you're invited to, like I just got invited to a county business owners, I don't know, gathering. So in my county, they have, if you have a business, they're doing like a networking meet and greet kind of thing that I was invited to, right? That means I'm going to be face to face. So great. I love being face to face. Okay. That means I'm going to be face to face. That means earlier when I said I'm going to dress for success, I'm not going to go in there like this. And I know it's a business meeting to meet all of the businesses that are in the county. So there is a way that you should show up. So obviously it wouldn't be like this. Social media really doesn't have any decorum. Social media really doesn't have any professionalism. You know, it doesn't. Okay. So if I'm face to face and I know what I'm going into, I'm going to dress accordingly. So I'm invited to this event. So I'm going to be face to face. So I'm going to actually network. That's what that's called, y'all. It still works. I'm going to have my digital business card, which I always have anyway, because it's on my smartphone. If your phone isn't making money, it's a dumb phone. So I got this smartphone. And so I'm going to have the smartphone, meeting people, networking, introducing myself, finding out more about them, asking more questions, not trying to be the most impressive person in the room, not trying to be the smartest person in the room. I'm definitely trying to be the dumbest person in the room because I need to be around people who put me on my tippy toes. I need to be around people who say, oh, I need to elevate. What? Those are people I like to be around. So I'm going to have my digital business card because I'm going to be networking and I'm going to be able to ask, oh, what do you do? I own a hair salon down the street. Oh, okay. Well, what do you do? I'm going to ask questions. Oh, you own the insurance company. Okay, great. Okay, you have your own agency. All right. I'm going to be networking with the peoples. So guess what I'm going to do? Got the smartphone, remember? And I'm going to be like, you know what? We should connect. Absolutely. Let me text you my digital business card. Okay, great. What's your name? Linda Brown. Okay, is that a 770 number, Linda? Linda gives me her number, capturing the information. Just like online, I'm going to be capturing your information. Okay, now I got Linda's name and number. I text Linda my digital business card. Linda, I'm like, did you get it? She's standing right in front of me. I make sure she received it. She didn't give me a wrong number. Boom, Linda say, oh yeah, I got it. That's you. I'm like, yeah, that's me. Now on this digital business card has all of my handles. Has all of my handles. She's more than welcome to go to all my social media handles and check it out. That way, people do this anyway. That way, when I do talk to her, whether it's on the phone, through text, however, right, she's already seen a little bit to determine whether she wants to move forward or not. So if your social media isn't representing who you are, that's why I said change it. It's your resume to the world. Thank you so much, 10,000. Thank you so much, Bola. I appreciate you. I love what you do. Thank you so much. Great. Whatever digital, I teach this inside my 3-day ride. I've used several digital business cards, but I'm going to tell you it's a life-changing tool. You no longer have to have the paper cards. You no longer have to pass them out. You no longer have to do it. Baby, you're going to be able to have your cell phone. Everybody has one. My son got his first phone at 8 years old. Okay. So trust me, everybody has one. So no one's coming out of the house without their phones. They can leave their paper business cards in the car at home. Oh, I don't have a card. I got this. Okay. We got the whole wide world in our hands. So once I text her all of my information, it shows her all of my channels, every handle. She can check it out. And I'm going to follow up within 24 to 48 hours. That's a sales strategy. You're following up within 24 to 48 hours. You want to be fresh on her mind. You want to go ahead and talk to her about your offer or your service or your opportunity. You want to go ahead and get on the calendar. You want to make sure you make the connection. Are you following me? Yes or yes? Does this make sense? Okay, cool. She said, which digital business card do you use? Text me. I have a list in my 3-day ride. It's a list of different ones you can use. There are free ones. There are paid ones. The one that comes to mind is Elify. Elify, it's about $50 a month, but there are other ones that's like $25. There are some that are free. So it just depends on where you are in business, because that's another app, right? It's another thing. So, but I can tell you from experience, it's so helpful. Instead of purchasing physical cards, you no longer have to do that. You would just pay to have the app. There are a lot of free ones. If you guys know some, put it in the chat so other people can see which one that you're using. It's always good to let people know we don't hoard information over here. We want to make sure other people are able to get the information. But the one that comes to mind is Elify. But there are several. Can I answer any questions? Did I go over everything about attracting leads, generating leads on a general level that you can start today? Any questions? You got it? All right, you got your homework. Here's your homework. Your homework is, and I say this every time, only people who are serious going to do it. Number one, you're going to take out Jerusha's 3-day ride business course. Because if you love this free training, you're going to love the course. So put the word ride in the chat. That's the first thing that you're going to do. Okay. If you're on TT, if you're on TikTok, you can direct message me the word ride. If you go to my L word, you're able to see everything that I offer. It's not that big of a deal. Okay. You'll be able to see everything I offer, from the follow-up ebook to the power hour strategy to the 3-day rides. Now, all of these things are inside the 3-day ride. So you can get it individually, or you can just get in the ride. The choice is yours. There's no right or wrong way to do it. Your way is the best way. Now, here's the thing. Yes, you just direct message me using the Service Plus button, the word ride, RIDE, and then we can go from there. So when I go to this event, okay, I can come back and teach you guys all the things that I learned from the event and things that you can do if you're going to go to events, especially this time of the year. You're invited to a lot of different functions this time of the year. At least I'm invited to a lot of Christmas events or holiday events or whatever. So I get to be in front of people, and I'm always networking. There isn't a time that I'm not networking. There's not a time. And so once you get in the habit of meeting people, it just becomes a part of your life, like brushing your teeth. It's not an extra step. I was already in the building. It's just a matter of me start talking. And that's what you want to do on social media. Start talking. I know people make it look so easy, like people are just clicking on their L word and signing up. Yes, if you have an ad, that makes sense. I ran an ad in 2021. I ran an ad one time, maybe twice, for my 3-day ride. When I released my 3-day ride during the pandemic, I ran a small ad. Then I realized I'm getting so many followers. Why would I need to run an ad? I could just build relationships. And I could pay somebody, an assistant, to go through and build a relationship for me. I can get automation to follow up for me. I can do that. So yes, then I made my systems a little bit more easier. So I can help you with that. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm gonna get the ride. So make sure you get the ride. I am working with you from now until the end of the year if you get inside the 3-day ride. Fourth quarter is where I'm offering this only for fourth quarter. If you get inside the 3-day ride, there is a payment option if you need one. If not, I would definitely tell you every course, every tool, every workbook, everything that I've taught is inside the 3-day ride. So that's your best bet. But if you just want the follow-up system, you just want to start conversations, just get the follow-up ebook. It's $31.97. And that'll be going away at the top of the year. So if you just need the follow-up ebook, like how to comment to people, how to DM people, what to say, you'll get an entire year worth of scripts inside the follow-up ebook, and it's only $31.97. Yes, you are correct. So you don't have to get the ride, because the ride includes me. The ride includes me. But if you just want to go ahead and grab the follow-up ebook and top 10 ways to overcome objections, it's $31.97. Yes. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, since I got to get the ride. Okay, great. Go eat your lunch. Get the ride. Don't hesitate. It was meant for you to come on the live today. That's why I tell people all the time, you don't know who's watching. You don't know how you're going to get the sale. You don't know who's like struggling and they need to hear you. That's why you have to show up. Your success is tied to somebody else's belief system. You showing up gives somebody else hope. You showing up gives somebody their solution to their problem. We're in the business of solving problems. You don't have a money problem by itself. You have a lead problem. You don't know how to generate the leads and ask for the money. And I can teach you how to do that. Yes. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay, yes, go to work. I understand. I used to do things on my lunch break just like you. So I truly understand. So if you are not following me, make sure that you follow. I share actionable business tips like this all the time. So make sure that you follow me. Thank you so much, Miss Connie in the building, Lewis in the building. I appreciate you. Make sure you follow me on TT. If you're not following, make sure you follow me on TT as well. I didn't get any violations. I didn't get any violations on TT. So I made sure I did not say anything that would give me a violation. I tried my best today. So I appreciate the love. Have a great day.